Hi, this is Miss Hancock.
And I'm Mason Dukacek.
Mason, we've been covering some amazing topics for business owners out there. Today we're going to talk about workers' compensation. How do you reduce that?
Okay, I'm happy to tackle that one. Couple things. With workers' comp costs, businesses do a lot of things to, they'll come up with safety plans, and they'll have safety coordinators, and they'll have policies in place, and all that's good.
Right, yeah, all good.
But your question was, what can we do to reduce it
Right.
when it's not good enough? So here's what I did. Is I've got, for a lot of people that they don't realize, I've got this tool called the Human Capital Calculator that I created that allows businesses to plug in their real numbers and see what issues like turnover, employee engagement, workers' comp, employee theft, poor sales and stuff cost them. So today, let's just focus on the one segment of the Human Capital Calculator that's related to workers' comp, if it's okay.
Okay.
So one of the things that I'd like to do is really just kind of focus on, there's some estimates based on data published by Sedgwick Claims Management. So the annual cost of workers' compensation claims. Let's just talk about how big of an issue the problem is, and then talk about how to address it.
Gotcha.
Annual cost of workers' compensation claims. If a claim is handled in less than 30 days, it's about $287 per incident.
Okay.
If it's 91 to 180 days, you're looking at about $722 per incident. 181 to 365 days, about $2,150 per incident. If it lasts 1 to 2 years, you're talking about $19,888 per incident. 2 to 3 years, $36,792
The
per
numbers keep
incident.
climbing.
Over 3 years, $63,087 per incident.
Holy cow.
So, if I'm an employer, one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing is like, number one, how do you prevent incidents in the first place?
Right.
And two, if they come up, how do you
Take care of them
quickly
as soon as possible.
keep them down?
Yes.
So, I guess people don't like to talk about it, but there's really a couple instances. But number one, substance abuse.
Right.
If people come to work under the influence, then they may not operate machinery as safely, they may make poor judgment, etc.
Right.
Higher risk of injury there. That's one strategy in addition to safety policies and procedures and protective gear, etc. The other issue that a lot of people don't like to talk about, but it's still cost, is fraudulent workers' comp.
Yeah. People just looking to make a quick buck.
Then that's not a, or in this case, not a quick buck, bucks for a long period of time.
Right, yeah,
So,
exactly.
So how do you, and then it's all at the expense of the employer.
Yes.
And how do you address this? Well, one of the easiest ways is to get rid of, I guess we start talking about topics down here, strategies. Reduce the number of legitimate incidents that are tied to substance abuse.
Right.
Now, one of the ways people do that currently is they'll do drug tests, which is a good start,
It's a good thing.
and I think you should
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
But that only shows you if someone's been clean. I like to refer to that as a liquid intelligence test because it shows you they've been clean for 30 days.
Right.
Prior
You don't
to-
know if they just
To go back to their drug abuse
Yes,
ways once they get on
exactly.
the
Like,
job.
oh, I'm good now.
Correct.
I'm cleared. Yeah.
So, how do you do that? Well, I believe in screening attitudes towards substance abuse ahead of time, and there are pre-employment assessments you can use to do that. Reduce fraudulent workers' claims by individuals lacking integrity or work ethic. That would be another thing. Pre-screen for integrity. I
Yeah.
want honest employees
Right.
who won't lie about being hurt or cover for other people who are. People who have a conscience and aren't going to milk something for 3 years that could have been a 30-day incident.
Right.
Big difference. $287 versus $63,087. Big difference. And it could be as simple as someone being dishonest and not having the character values to tell the truth.
Exactly.
And that's a very, very expensive lesson for a lot of businesses to learn. So, whatever the going rate is on pre-employment assessments for things like integrity, which are now, integrity assessments aren't allowed in Massachusetts right now, but aside from that, any other states, as of today's filming, they are, and
Okay.
are very, very popular. So that's another way. So reduce unnecessary extension benefits tied to exaggerated claims. Again, so if you can take a look at attitudes towards substance abuse before.
Even if you do random drug tests throughout the year, let's say, it's better just to get the people that are going to pass it every time.
Right.
That's the person that you want to hire.
I would agree.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thanks. That was great information,
So-
and we'll be back with more, right?
Yes.
Thank you all.